Picture this: you are waking up, just like any other day, but something feels off. You feel tired, even though you've had plenty of sleep. Your back aches, your mood feels a bit low, and you just don't feel like yourself. It might be easy to brush it off as stress, but sometimes these common issues are more than they seem. Sometimes they're signals, silent cries from your body for something it desperately needs. Today, we're going to reveal how a lack of vitamin D can lead to symptoms that often go unnoticed, or worse, are dismissed. Vitamin D is a vital nutrient, so crucial that without it, our bodies can begin to struggle in ways we don't expect. Let's dive deep into the science of vitamin D, the sunshine vitamin, and take a close look at 10 signs that might mean your body is begging for it. Sign number 1, fatigue and tiredness. Let's begin with fatigue, a feeling many of us know all too well. Fatigue is not just being tired after a long day, it's a constant, lingering exhaustion that sleep can't seem to shake off. If you've ever experienced persistent fatigue, even after what should be a full night's rest, you might be low in vitamin D. But how does a deficiency in vitamin D cause fatigue? It turns out, vitamin D affects our cellular energy. Inside each cell, tiny structures called mitochondria produce energy for everything our body does, from moving and thinking to healing and recovering. Vitamin D is needed for these mitochondria to work properly. When we don't have enough, our cells can't produce energy as efficiently, leaving us feeling constantly drained. A study published in the journal Medicine found that people with low vitamin D levels were more likely to report symptoms of fatigue than those with adequate levels. It's not just mental, it's a real physical response to the lack of a crucial nutrient. Sign number 2, bone and back pain. Now, let's talk about bone and back pain. Have you ever wondered why vitamin D is often recommended alongside calcium for bone health? That's because vitamin D enables our bodies to absorb calcium, which is essential for strong bones. Without enough vitamin D, we can't absorb the calcium we consume, no matter how much we take in through diet or supplements. When calcium isn't absorbed properly, bones can weaken. This can result in dull, constant back pain or even bone pain throughout the body. Studies have shown that people with chronic lower back pain often have low levels of vitamin D. This type of pain can make everyday activities more difficult and frustrating. For those who experience bone or back pain without a clear injury, it's worth considering if low vitamin D could be a contributing factor. Sign number 3, frequent illnesses. Frequent colds, the flu, or other illnesses can also signal a vitamin D deficiency. Vitamin D plays a critical role in our immune system. It's almost like a key that turns on the immune response when the body detects a virus or bacteria. Without enough vitamin D, our immune cells can't function effectively. Vitamin D specifically activates T cells, which are part of the body's front line against pathogens. These cells detect and destroy harmful invaders before they cause serious illness. Studies have shown that people with adequate vitamin D levels are less likely to develop respiratory infections than those who are deficient. And, in more recent years, research has suggested a possible link between low vitamin D and increased vulnerability to illnesses like pneumonia and even the severity of symptoms in certain viral infections. So, if you're finding yourself sick more often than not, it might be time to check your vitamin D levels. Sign number 4, depression and low mood. It might surprise you, but vitamin D also has a significant impact on our mental health. There's a well-documented connection between low levels of vitamin D and feelings of sadness, anxiety, or even depression. This is why vitamin D is often referred to as the sunshine vitamin. Our bodies produce it when we're exposed to sunlight, and it's believed to play a part in regulating mood. How does vitamin D influence our emotions? The answer lies in our brain chemistry. Vitamin D receptors are found in several areas of the brain, particularly those involved in mood regulation, like the hippocampus and the amygdala. Vitamin D helps produce serotonin, a neurotransmitter responsible for feelings of happiness and well-being. When vitamin D levels are low, serotonin production can drop, leading to mood swings, anxiety, and even clinical depression. Research in the Journal of Affective Disorders found that people with low vitamin D were more likely to experience symptoms of depression, particularly during winter months when sunlight is less accessible. For those struggling with mental health, ensuring proper vitamin D intake could make a real difference. Sign number 5, slow wound healing. Slow wound healing is another surprising sign of vitamin D deficiency. Imagine you have a small cut or scrape, and it just won't heal. Days go by, and you're still waiting for your skin to recover. This can be frustrating and puzzling, especially if the wound doesn't seem severe. But what's happening inside the body? Vitamin D plays a crucial role in skin repair and regeneration. It helps your body create compounds necessary for building new skin cells and closing up wounds. When vitamin D levels are low, these processes slow down. Research has shown that people with chronic wounds often have lower vitamin D levels. In one study, patients with chronic leg ulcers who were given vitamin D supplements saw significant improvement in healing. Sign number 6, hair loss. Losing hair can be alarming, and while there are many reasons for hair loss, including stress and genetics, low vitamin D might also play a part. Vitamin D is essential for the health of hair follicles, the small cavities in our scalp where hair grows. Without enough vitamin D, these follicles can weaken, causing hair to thin or fall out. This is particularly true for women. Research has found that women with low vitamin D levels are more prone to hair loss than those with adequate levels. And while vitamin D might not be the only cause, it's certainly a factor worth considering. It's amazing to think that a vitamin created by simply being in the sunlight could have such an impact on our hair health. Sign number 7, muscle pain. Do you ever experience unexplained muscle pain or cramps? This could be another silent sign of low vitamin D. Vitamin D receptors are present in muscle tissue, and they help with muscle contraction and relaxation. When these receptors don't get enough vitamin D, the muscles can't function as smoothly as they should, leading to soreness and cramps. A study in the Journal of Pain found that individuals with chronic pain were often deficient in vitamin D, and many reported improvement after taking supplements. For anyone dealing with chronic muscle pain or stiffness, this might be an important clue. It's a reminder that pain can often be a sign that our body is lacking something essential, and sometimes the solution can be as simple as spending more time in the sun or taking a vitamin D supplement. Sign number 8, sweaty head. A particularly unusual sign of vitamin D deficiency is excessive sweating, particularly on the forehead. This is something doctors have noticed for years, especially in infants. In fact, a sweaty head is one of the earliest signs that a baby might be low in vitamin D. In adults, this sweating can also occur and often seems out of place. It's not fully understood why this happens, but it's believed that vitamin D is somehow involved in regulating temperature and moisture in the body. So, if you're finding yourself constantly wiping sweat from your forehead, especially when you're not physically active or in a hot environment, it might be worth considering whether you need more vitamin D. Sign number 9, brittle bones. Brittle bones are another serious sign of vitamin D deficiency, especially as we age. Osteoporosis, a condition in which bones become brittle and prone to fractures, is often associated with low levels of vitamin D. Why is this the case? Because vitamin D is necessary for calcium absorption. Without vitamin D, your body can't absorb calcium from food or supplements, no matter how much you take. Calcium is essential for bone strength, so when it's lacking, bones weaken. This leads to a higher risk of fractures, even from minor falls or bumps. Researchers have found that people with low vitamin D are significantly more likely to suffer from fractures. Sign number 10, difficulty in climbing stairs or standing up. Finally, let's talk about difficulty in basic movements, like climbing stairs or standing up from a seated position. Low vitamin D levels can cause muscle weakness, which makes these everyday actions feel far more challenging than they should. Imagine feeling tired or wobbly just going up a flight of stairs or getting out of a chair. For those who have these symptoms, it's often written off as just getting older, but it's not always age. It could be a sign of low vitamin D. Muscles rely on vitamin D to perform their essential functions, like contracting and stabilizing the body. Studies have shown that people with adequate vitamin D levels have better muscle strength and are less likely to fall or suffer from frailty. This is particularly important as we age, as staying strong and mobile is key to quality of life. So, if you're experiencing more difficulty with movement than you think you should, it could be your muscles asking for more vitamin D. Each of these signs may seem small on their own, but together, they tell a story of how vitamin D is intertwined with nearly every aspect of our health, from our energy and mood to our immune system and bone strength. The body has a remarkable way of signaling when something's missing, but it's up to us to listen. If you're experiencing any of these symptoms and suspect a vitamin D deficiency, they can perform a simple blood test to check your vitamin D levels and guide you on the best way to address it. For some people, this might mean more time in the sun, for others, dietary changes or supplements. But whatever your approach, taking vitamin D seriously can make a real difference in how you feel every day. It's amazing how one simple nutrient can be the key to so many aspects of our health and well-being. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing to our channel. Remember, health is wealth. Take care of your body, and it will take care of you.